Hello, happy Wednesday. I am going to be jumping on here with you for today. My gosh, my lighting is terrible. Hold on. That didn't really help either. I don't know why my camera's doing that. Okay. Anyways, happy Wednesday. So excited to be jumping on here with you for a cup of coffee with Kristin. So today I'm really excited. Normally for a cup of coffee with Kristin, I pick a super specific Jeep aspect that we dive into together. Well, for today, we're going to do something a little different. So I'm really excited for everyone who is jumping on here. Woohoo! I see you ladies coming in. Let me know where you are watching from as you jump on here with me today. Oh, I went little. There we go. All right. Hello, we got New York. Happy Wednesday. Another New York. Hello, Kristin, Michelle. I love it. We got Pennsylvania. Woohoo. Let me know where you are watching from as you jump on here. Illinois. I love it. Hello, Tony. New Jersey. Whoop, whoop. I love it. California, Southern California. Even better. Texas, Outer Banks. I am going to be there soon. I cannot wait. Whoop, whoop. So excited. We got lots of goodness coming up. So amazing. All right. I'm going to jump right in for our cup of coffee with Kristin today. So I try to keep these nice and short. This is kind of your caffeine and Jeep break every Wednesday. Oh, we got Virginia, rainy Georgia. Yes, it has been so nasty here today. Oh my goodness. So, all right, I want to jump in. I don't want to keep you here all day on your Wednesday. I like to think of this as kind of like your midweek break where we jump on together, get caffeinated, and focus on the Jeep. Woohoo. All right. So, for today, we're doing something a little bit different. We just finished up our 2023 LadyJeepers.com Extravaganza Event. Oh my goodness. Every year we try to bring even more forward for you amazing ladies. And the extravaganza is our once a year big, huge, extravagant event that we do together. So I wanted to jump in and do something a little different for today since, I'm still on our event kind of high or energy. It was like spectacularly amazing. I got to see so many of you fantastic ladies there. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love it. So for today, like I said, we're going to do something a little bit different for our cup of coffee with Kristin. If you are new on here, really quickly, hello, I am Kristin DeLibero from LadyJeepers.com, and I help Lady Jeepers, so women who own Jeeps, to safely enjoy their Jeeps on the trail and to customize and design their Jeeps so that they can confidently create a life of adventure without fear. And that is what we are talking about today. We're talking about living our best life, bringing forward the adventures, the things that we need for us in our life, right? Those important things that fill us with who we are, who excite us, those things that motivate us, that we call on when we need a little more to continue to push through. So, yes, Lady Jeepers and our events are about safety, learning, education, building your confidence, learning all different aspects of the Jeep, the things that you need to know to be able to do hands-on, the principles you need to understand to then be able to apply when you go out behind the wheel of your Jeep and you're out there trail riding. But, oops, I went too far. but it is about so much more. And that is what I want to bring forward to you today. I have people ask me all the time, what make the Lady Jeepers events different? There's lots of places that you can go to get trail training, to get education for you and your Jeep. Lots of different programs, different events that you can go to, and it's all amazing. But what makes us so different? What makes the Lady Jeeper events different? And first of all, it's you. You're the ones that help to create the community and the support and that underlying difference, because I believe that we as women need to come together and spend time together supporting each other in a community where we are celebrating, we are cheering each other on. We are there for each other. No judgment, no worry, being able to find ourselves again, but doing so with all these other amazing ladies who are looking for their same things in their life, who are in a place of looking for support and community, but from each other. That is what makes it different. And I know I can tell you till I'm blue in the face that community and support, and having this network, and really coming together with other ladies who are just like you, but who literally are there without judgment of themselves, without judgment of others, without projection of judgment. I can just talk about this till I'm blue in the face, right? And I know you hear me and I know you're listening, but sometimes hearing it is so different than being able to come and experience that for yourself. And to realize that we are on our own journeys. But when we are on our own journeys that are all trying to lead to this same place, right? This place of self confidence, this place of adventure, this place and space to go to get out there on the trail, to find freedom, to be able to do it ourselves, to build that confidence in ourselves as we are doing so, but doing it with this support and and this underlying coming together. So when you have all these individual, amazing, fantastic, special ladies who are all looking for the same thing, right? Maybe it's finding more purpose in our life. Maybe it's finding something that makes us excited, makes us feel good, a way to reconnect to ourselves, to be able to take off all those hats. I know I say that all the time, but those hats of like, I don't have enough time to spend time on me. I don't get to take care of myself because I'm so busy. I'm so tired by the end of the day. I don't have time for me. I don't have a space in my schedule to even carve out an hour to take care of myself. We get to take all that off. And I always say we're leaving it at the gate, right? Like, we're taking off the spouse hat, the mother hat, the boss, the employee, the timekeeper, maybe the keeper of all, the answer keeper to all, being responsible, taking care of others, all of those things. It's almost like that idea of the gate is where it stops, right? So when you drive through the gate into the event, it all has to stay at the gate. You're not bringing it with you. It is, I like to think of it as like stepping through into this new space. That is what I try to create at our events. And especially like for the extravaganza, we had 94 amazing participants, with passengers, with volunteers. We were at 167 amazing, 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 spectacular, fantastic ladies who all could come together. And that in itself is beyond special. That is what we need. So I try to bring this forward at all of our events, whether it be like our smaller events that we do together, whether it be our huge extravaganza, whether it be some new things that I have coming. I'm so excited about that I'm announcing in May. I am always just like, how do we do more, right? How do we do more together? How do we come together more? How do we take these life adventures together in this space that I feel like is so important, where we're there together? So I know it's this idea, right? I can just keep telling you about it, of the experience of coming to a space and a place. I like to call everything a safe space. So I always tell everyone, this is time for you. This is about you, what you need. If you need to step away and be like, I need just 30 minutes or an hour just by myself. This, I need some me time. Or, you know, I'm tired. I can't do the social time tonight. It's about taking those times and those moments for you. But what is incredible is when you start to do that and everyone knows, hey, this is about us coming together in a space where we support each other, where we have to treat each other with kindness and with love and with support and cheer each other on. And remember, we're all here for the same thing. We're all searching for the same things and we're all coming together for the same things. That energy, that community, that space, that support that is created there is unlike anything else. Um, if you've been a part of Lady Jeepers for a long time, I brought forward to you my background of being um, a experiential facilitator. So being like a personal growth and development coach, but on a little different level of experiential facilitation. So what's that about? That was about creating an experience and then coaching someone through that experience. It wasn't that that experience is the same for everyone. It wasn't that there's a right and a wrong answer for what you take from your experience. And it's not that idea that everyone thinks the same. Everyone looks at everything the same. Everybody feels the same about everything. It was this idea of facilitating an experience in a safe space and place to really hear yourself, to be able to realize that you are different than everyone else. But that is to be celebrated. We don't have to be the same, because can you imagine how boring the world would be if everyone experienced everything the same, like thought the same, felt the same, looked at everything the same, had the exact same experiences? Everyone was like, oh, yeah. So when this happened, it made me feel fear. It made me feel this. And if we all did that, it would be just such a boring place, right? Like, let's be real. We're all different. And there's a reason for that. But when you can see people come forward, and especially women and ladies coming together in that space and being able to say, I get to be me without judgment. I get to experience things the way that I experience them without judgment, with that idea that, you know, we all are different. So we experience things differently. And sometimes that can lead to judgment, right? Of, well, I feel this way and that person doesn't. So therefore, that's not correct. Or therefore, there's something wrong with them. Or therefore, right? All of these little voices, creating this sacred space. So just like I used to do with the experiential facilitation and coaching, just like I was a successful professional sports coach for 20 plus years. Bringing all of that forward is what makes our events different, because from the moment you walk in the gate, this is a safe place. This is a place where it's judgment free, where you can focus on yourself. You don't have to worry about what anyone else is doing, what anyone else is thinking. There's no judgment. Everyone is there for them, for the experience, and the support to cheer everyone on. There is nothing more powerful for me to experience than seeing a community of 167 amazing individuals cheer each other on, support each other, congratulate each other. And again, I'm not talking about like for huge wins. I'm talking about for every win, for all the small things. When you're in that environment, when you are a part of that, the electricity, that feeds you, the excitement, being able to be in that moment and experience that in that space is so powerful. So, what I wanted to do, I know I can tell you this till I'm blue in the face. I had some amazing stories that were brought forward to me. I'm going to try not to get emotional. I can tell I'm already starting to tear up, which means my mascara will be running by the end of this live cup of coffee with Kristin. I'm trying really hard not to. But I had some extremely emotional stories that were shared with me that reminded me I needed that. I'll be honest, I'm always overly honest. I always overly share because that's what life is about, right? No judgment. I'm going to tell you where I was at. I was kind of in a slump. 2023 kicked off. I was so excited. It was going to be an amazing year. And then I had some things happen. And I was in, I'm going to say, a little bit of a depressed slump. I went a little negative slope, which then for me, when I do feel that and I know where I'm at, and I'm trying to bring myself back to where I want to be, it makes me even more frustrated at myself, right? Like, you have all these tools, you do all this coaching, you know all these things. You're not supposed to feel this, which that's something that we bring forward in our Drive Your Life coaching classes and program. There's no such thing as supposed to, right? We have to honor where we're at. So I honored where I was at, but I was kind of in a slump. I was frustrated. I was irritated. There's been some changes that affected the business, Lady Jeepers, for 2023 that I felt like sometimes I was having to claw my way a little bit more than I felt like I should have to or that I wanted to. There were some personal things. Just, I was like kind of in this like funk. And I was so excited about the extravaganza and I knew it was going to be amazing. But I have to tell you, some of the stories that were brought forward to me, I needed to hear for me, right? Like, it remotivated me as to why I started Lady Jeepers, why the coaching and the support and this sacred container and this safe space for women to come together is so important. Because, yes, like I shared, we are about education. That is important. It is about safety because I want everyone safe. I want everyone out there correctly, safely, confidently able to take care of themselves, to be self-sufficient so that you can go out there and have your adventures and you don't have to rely on anyone else. And you have the knowledge and the skills and the education and the understanding and the confidence to be able to bring that forward in any situation and to take care of you, because I feel like that is so important. So yes, that is what it's about. But that's so much more that it is about is the stories that I want to share with you today. I'm not going to be sharing everyone's names because some of these are very personal stories, but the way that they affected me is what I wanted to bring forward to you because, they were so powerful for me and such a reminder of, yes, ladyjeepers.com is about the Jeep education and the knowledge. It is about becoming self-sufficient and confident because that carries over to every part of our life. Yes, it's about being out there to take the adventures, but what makes the events and Lady Jeepers different is how it will change your life. And that, to me, is the most important piece. And so I want to bring forward some stories to share with you from our extravaganza because I can tell you again till I'm blue in the face, all these things. And you might be saying, I totally get it. And you're right. And this is amazing. But sometimes hearing stories from someone else might be what touches you. And when I say what touches you, what fuels you, to remind you that our Jeep is so powerful. It is powerful to take us out on the trails. It's powerful to take us to places that we can only see because we have our Jeep for these adventures and these magical places. But it can change our life in so many ways and powerful ways, and how we live and who we are and what we bring forward to other people. And that is what I wanted to share with you today. Kendra, don't, because you are going to make me cry. You made me cry twice at the extravaganza, Kendra. So I'm hoping you don't mind. I'm going to say your name on here. Kendra is amazing. If you have not met Kendra, she has been a huge supporter of Lady Jeepers for a long time. She's one of like the most amazing ladies, always happy, always so supportful, just like always bringing the light and the energy forward to everybody, especially at the events. And Kendra, I want to be you when I grow up. Seeing her pictures of her and her Jeep, living her best life and living herself for her is just amazing. So, Kendra, I want to be you when I grow up. You are amazing. And I will share what Kendra shared with me at the extravaganza. I hope she doesn't mind. She's amazing. And I know she's just as passionate as I am about our lives that we live as women, as ladies, especially for her. It was as we start to age, that idea. And Kendra, I hope you're okay with it, but I know you wanted to bring, okay, she said it's okay. I don't ever want to say anything. She wanted to bring forward to our ladies, and to all of the women out there, to remind them. She made something that really hit with me, which was, just because you get older, you don't have to sit at home. You don't have to dress old. You don't have to knit. You don't have to live a life of your age. And, that Kendra is amazing. She takes these adventures by herself. Um, she let me know she was loading up and told everyone, oh, I'm hitting the road. I'm headed up to Tennessee for this event. She was going by herself. She said people looked at her like, you're going by yourself? So she is the perfect example. And I must say, icon, Kendra, again, I want to be you when I grow up, out there living her best life and bringing that forward to everyone. And I know her message she wanted to bring forward was that you don't have to stop living your life. Age is just a number. It is not what makes you. There's not a stereotype. Just because you become a grandma, just because you're in your, I'm going to say, mid 60s, doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing and stop taking the adventures and stop living for yourself. You can still do anything you want to do, and it's continuing to live that way, and to remember that, who says that you have to sit at home and knit? Who says that you have to be the grandma that babysits grandkids all the time? Who says you can't go out on adventures by yourself? Because you can. And Kendra, you are proving that to everyone, and you are living that life for everyone to see. And that is what is amazing. Yes, Kendra is 68. I wasn't going to say 68. She is rocking it, and she is amazing. And her support for all of the other ladies and energy and happiness, and it is so contagious. Every time I see Kendra, I have to smile, whether it be online or at an event, because she is just the epitome of what we are all striving for, and to live our best life and live our life for us. And again, not let anything dictate what we have to do, when we have to stop, what we're allowed to do. This idea of fear of like, oh, you're a woman and you're older and you shouldn't be out there traveling by yourself and you shouldn't be doing all these things. And, but who says? So I just wanted to share that with you because Kendra made me cry twice at the extravaganza. I'm not a big crier, I will say that, but I got so emotional at this past event. Roush Creek, here I come. Yes, Kendra, I cannot wait. Roush is going to be an amazing event. We still have some amazing events coming up for 2023. I have a couple I'm going to be adding in and announcing in May. And then 2024, I'm adding even more in there because, again, yes, it's about the Jeep and trail riding and building your skills and your confidence. And you're like, I did that. I can do this. So, yes, it's that, but it's also so much more. And it is this piece that is so hard to put into words. And this piece that is so hard to share. And that is what I'm trying to bring forward to share with you today. So, what I want to do is some story time. And again, some of these I'm not going to be sharing anybody's names because they're very personal and they were shared specifically with me. But I feel like these are things I want to bring forward because I want story time, because I want you to take from this idea of what the Jeep can do in your life, what the Jeep can do for you, what it can do for others. And that idea of, if we can spread that, if we can create that community, have that support, come together, sometimes that is more powerful than the trail that we go on in our Jeep. And, that to me is what is so important. Is yes, I want you to go out there and have the adventures. And I want you to be confident and safe and have the ability to conquer that trail, do that obstacle, celebrate that, because that carries over into every part of life. But the idea of the support that we can create and bring forward to change other people's lives with our Jeep is what to me is so powerful. Because yes, we need to be living our best lives, but that idea that we can support and bring that forward to help someone else live their best life, that is pretty incredible. That is pretty special. And I think there's this need for that right now. And we need to be bringing that forward in every way that we can right now for others. So I'm going to share with you a couple of stories that were shared with me at the extravaganza. And I'm going to try not to cry because it can be really hard. So I'm going to start with a story. One of our amazing ladies came up to me on Sunday before she left the extravaganza. She'd been there all week or weekend, has a great group of amazing fellow Lady Jeepers that she had met at an event that we had previously. So she came to one of our events last year, and she's incredible. So, she came up and said, I just needed to share with you because I don't think you know my story. And she said, I don't share my story and I don't tell anyone my story, but I felt like you needed to hear this. And her story goes like this. So she'd lost her mom and didn't know how to deal with that. There were things from that, lots of triggers, lots of things going on. And support and community is so important, especially when we hit hard times in our lives. And she came to one of our events last year, had an amazing time, and met an incredible group of ladies at that event. And shared with me that that group of ladies became her core ladies, even though there was an age difference, and that they became her support and her support rock that she needed in her life that she didn't have. And she never expected to find that at a Jeep event that she went to learn about her Jeep and get out there and trail ride. But that she found the most incredible, supportive group of ladies who were there for her in such a powerful way that carried forward after the event. And they were there to help support her and to be there with her. And she is now 5 months clean and sober, which is something she said she would never have gotten to without the support of those ladies, that she found that support group that she needed. And that to me is life-changing. That to me is amazing that, she said she never expected to find that at a Jeep event. And that is what changed her life. And now where she is when she was leaving the extravaganza is somewhere totally different. And it's all because of that support of those ladies that she met and that came together to be there for her when she really needed it, without judgment and with support and compassion and coming from a place of love, even with age difference. It's about the community. It's about caring about other people, and it's about being there for each other being there for each other as women, being there for each other just in general, and having that support. That was so powerful for me because that's about life changes that occurred because of taking a step and finding something in a really unexpected place where she wasn't even looking for that. So that to me was so powerful, and a reminder that you can make a difference, and you can make a difference in so many ways, and how powerful that it is to be there to support each other. So the next story I want to share with you, I think Melissa is on here. Melissa, you are amazing, and it was amazing to meet you. And I hope you don't mind. I pulled your testimonial because it hit me as well. Um, because I feel like we kind of started in the off-road world together in the same spaces, right? I know we just met for the first time at the Extravaganza, and you were amazing and you were a rock star. And I'm so thankful that you came, but I feel like we kind of started in the same space of it was kind of hard to step in, especially when you were starting out. And everyone wasn't always kind, and everyone wasn't always supportive. And, sometimes I felt like for me personally, it was, sometimes it was a fight. Like you had to become this totally different person who you weren't to push through. Um, Even just like the other trail riding events, the way people, for me personally, the way that they would speak to me, the things that they would say, the judgment that I would get. I don't want to say I was harassed, but it was not always a pleasant experience. And I felt like that's kind of where you started out, or the experiences that you had as you started. So to me, it was amazing to get to meet you, to get to talk to you. Uh, and I'm so happy that you took this step and you came with us and experienced this. And so I wanted to share this with everybody that um, your testimonial. So this is truly a one of a kind event. And I've been to plenty over the past few years. Nothing compares or even comes close to this, in my opinion. My nerves sometimes get the best of me on and off the trails. So when I read about the extravaganza, seeing the stories, the friendships created from previous years, I know deep down this was something I had to experience for myself. This was something I had to put myself out there to try and do for me. And I'm glad you did. And I know sometimes it's not easy putting ourselves out there, doing something new. And something you said when we were talking kind of hit me, um, Michelle, and that was, that idea of, yeah, you heard about it from some of our amazing lady Jeepers, and this idea of coming and all these women there and these ladies there, and you can hear what the support is supposed to be, what the community is supposed to be, but until you actually get there and see it, and you're like, wow, this really is real. This does happen. Sometimes it's hard to kind of understand that. So oh, thank you, Michelle. You are amazing. And I have to tell you, Michelle also said she felt so welcomed because, she has an XJ, which are amazing. And she is amazing in that. And her XJ is like fantastically amazing. But she said she felt like she just fit right in. And everybody welcomed her. And that is what it's supposed to be about. I have people ask me all the time, does it have to be a Wrangler? And I was like, no, it doesn't have to be a Wrangler. We've had Renegades, we've had Cherokees, we've had XJs, we have had Gladiators, we've had Comanches, we've had all these different Jeeps. It just needs to be a Jeep. And you just need to come with the idea that you want to meet all these other ladies and have a great time and learn as you go. So I am so glad this made my heart so happy as well. And I have another one I want to share with you really quickly. All right. And then I have a couple more I want to share just because it's story time today. Oh, why did it do that again? All right. Oh, which I am going to do that so I can read it. All right, I'm getting little. So, Callie, I hope you don't care if you are on here that I am sharing your story as well. You are amazing, of course. So, Callie shared. I know this is long, but bear with me. Interestingly, this was going through my head this morning. As a Peace Corps volunteer in Africa, the people were so compassionate and kind. They would do anything for you. For example, stranded with a flat bicycle taxi tire in the middle of a Savannah road, I knew the very next home would offer support and even tea and snacks. No questions asked. When back stateside, I learned of an African term, and I'm not going to say it right, which held this philosophy. The meaning being, I am because we are. I felt this described my experience. And again, I'm going to say it wrong perfectly. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. I came to the realization this morning that the Lady Jeeper, oops, I am so sorry, ladies. I don't know what I just did here. Ah, there we go. I'm hitting buttons today. I came to the realization this morning that the Lady Jeepers community embodies the same feeling idea. Anyone would do anything for someone, from lending a hand, tools, encouragement, sunscreen, honestly, anything. The women this weekend were there for you regardless. No questions asked, and everyone was so kind and compassionate. Where we are societally at times makes this even more meaningful to me. So, Callie, you are amazing as well. So, I wanted to share some of these stories with you because, again, and I have so many more that I can share. So many amazing ladies who shared their stories, and I will continue to be sharing these with you because, again, there's this piece that's hard for me to put into words. It's hard to explain. So, I'm hoping by continuing to share what other people have experienced that it's going to help to bring forward what it is that makes ladyjeepers.com different and what it is that we are trying to instill in our events. It's pronounced you boon too. Thank you. uh, but I want to be bringing this forward because I feel like we're in such a place. Like I know I was of just needing that reminder of there are places that we can come together and we can come together for ourselves, but to support each other. And then the power behind that is what I think is so incredible. As we are sharing our stories with each other and finding that place that, we feel safe and we feel like we can be us. And then we know we have that support when we need it. And that is something I'm going to be focusing on quite a bit as we're moving forward. Yes, it's education and yes, it's knowledge and safety and all those important things, but it's also here and it's our heart for ourselves, finding ourselves, our voice, connecting, doing the things for ourselves, but doing it for others. So that is what I want to be sharing with you today. So I have one more story and I'm going to try not to cry when I share this with you. So we had some incredible ladies come to the extravaganza for different reasons. We had incredible ladies who it was their first time coming, which I always celebrate that. To me, that is so exciting. And then I love seeing our ladies coming back again. That helps to just strengthen that community and that space. So I celebrate everyone, whether you came back again or you were brand new. Boop, boop. I love it. But so we had ladies that came to test their trail skills, to move up on the trails, to learn winch and recovery safely, to get the principles, to understand their Jeep, to keep their daily driver safe, all of these different reasons. And then sometimes they find something different once they get there. So this was my heart wrencher for the weekend. So I'd share it with you. One of the amazing ladies came up to me. It was her first event ever. not only just Lady Jeeper event, but our first Jeep event ever, first time ever trail riding, which is awesome. And she shared with me that she had lost her son, and all he ever wanted was a Jeep and to do the whole Jeep world, the whole Jeep thing, right? Get a Jeep, build a Jeep, go trail riding, be a part of the Jeep community. That's what he really wanted. So she said she made the decision that she was going to live her life for him. And as part of that, she got herself a Jeep, and she got herself a Jeep for him and came to the extravaganza and said that was the first step in her life journey to be living things for her son and to be really honoring that piece of herself. So she said it was that first step forward and first time getting to go out on the trail to be able to do that for him. And she felt like it was such a way for her to honor him and remember him. And that really touched me, as a parent, um, and just as a person, that idea that she came with the intention of being able to learn, to move forward, to create these things, to be able to live this life and bring that forward for someone that was really special for her. And she got to do that, but she got to do that and share that with a group that was there for her emotionally and compassionately as she took those very emotional and big, I might cry, big steps forward for herself. So, it's a reminder that the reason we create this community and the reason that we say no judgment and always be there to support is we don't know anyone's story. We don't know somebody's story until they tell it to us. But regardless of somebody's story or where they are in their life, what they're experiencing, what they need, what they're struggling with, what that weekend really meant for somebody, we don't know until we hear it. But regardless, it shouldn't matter the story. It shouldn't matter where on their journey someone is, what they're struggling with, what they really need. We need to treat everyone with kindness, compassion, love. Be there for them, support for them, regardless of having to know why they need that. And that is what really hit me. And that's why I wanted to share these stories with you for this weekend was so much of what was brought forward to me and these stories really hit home of you ladies are so amazing. And you ladies come together and offer support and community, even when you don't know why that person needs that. So then you are there for them in a crucial time that means so much more for them. And I wanted to take my story time to share this, but also to be bringing this forward that, this is a focus that we need in life. But this is a focus that I'm going to be continuing to focus on for Lady Jeepers going forward is that reminder. We don't have to know why somebody is where they are. We don't have to know what they need. We just need to offer what we can give. And there's times we don't even know that we were there and a part of something that was so just life-changing and so important and the absolute perfect timing for someone else. So I know some of you ladies don't get to hear those stories either and don't know that you have been a part of something and so powerful in being there for someone else as they change their life, as they take steps that are difficult, where they find something that is so much more than what they thought they were going to find or what they were looking for. So that's why I also wanted some story time today, because I feel like some of you amazing ladies were a part of all these stories and may not know that you helped to support. You helped to facilitate some of the biggest life moments for some of the most amazing ladies without even knowing it. That is powerful. And I want to say thank you for all of you amazing ladies that offer that support, that are there for that support, and that continue to offer that as we go forward. So I kept it together. I'm so excited about that. That was a really hard story for me. Really hit me very, very hard. And there's so many more incredible stories. That's why I'm going to start sharing them, because I want you ladies to celebrate that you get to be a part of that as well, that you were a part of that. You helped to bring all of this full circle. So I celebrate you today as well, as we kind of talk story time, talk about the past extravaganza from 2023. So excited. It was amazing. We have so much more coming up going forward. I will be in Drummond Island, Michigan next. So excited. So excited. And we have so much more coming up, ladies. So always please keep an eye out on this page, in the groups. I try to share as much as I can so you can see what's coming up. And again, just thank you for your support, for being here and being a part of this and this community and this strength, and sharing that with other ladies. And don't forget, every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have a cup of coffee with Kristin right here live. And I will be moving back into Jeep education, Jeep pieces, but I'm going to be working in some of that personal growth and development with our Jeep as we continue through the rest of this year together. So I want to say thank you for taking your coffee, caffeine, and Jeep break with me today, allowing me some story time to bring forward to you amazing ladies. Oh, thank you, Kendra. I'm going to hide this. There we go. All right. Kendra said it's important for the new ladies finding Lady Jeepers to know what a safe, welcoming organization and family it is. I agree 100%. Thank you for that, Kendra. Oh, Michelle Silks, you are so welcome. You know, sometimes we just need to talk. Sometimes we just need to put stuff out there, put a voice behind it. And, you know, sometimes it's not about needing advice or a fix or what to do or any judgment. It's just about knowing that you can speak your truth. You can tell somebody what's going on, how you're feeling, where you're at, and there's no judgment there. So you are so welcome. Cheryl, I will see you at Drummond Island. So excited. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, oh, if you have not looked into Drummond Island, you need to look into it, because it'll be my first time going, but it is going to be crazy. Oh my goodness. Jennifer, you are so welcome for including you. You are amazing. All of you ladies are amazing. All right. So I'm going to let everybody go for this Wednesday. I try to keep these cup of coffee with Kristin short, but this was something that really hit home with me significantly. So I had to share with all of you amazing ladies. So keep an eye out. I have some big announcements coming in May. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep our focus. Yes, we're about Jeep education, knowledge, trail training, but I want to be bringing forward a little bit more of this personal growth and development with our Jeep, the safe space, changing our life, finding ourselves, all of those things that to me are so powerful and go hand in hand with our Jeep. So I have some big announcements coming up in May. I can't wait to share with you. And a lot more new education rolling your way as well. That's Jeep related. So thank you for spending some time with me today. Don't forget, mark your calendar, set a reminder on your phone every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Jump on here with me live, and we are going to take a coffee break and a Jeep break together. So have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you amazing, fantastic ladies again soon. So thank you, everybody. Bye.